Alright guys, so the recording was a little bit behind on that cutoff, so you missed a couple of plays, but nothing too major. What happened was on the scramble right there, Galore actually fumbled, and it was recovered by East Carolina. And then they got a 7-yard gain on first down, and Henry Fox just made a play in the backfield to set up a 3rd down and 5. And that's where we're at right now. Alright, so 3rd and 5 coming up for East Carolina. They're 1 of 7 on 3rd downs today. 4:10 to go, 3rd quarter. Keith feeling the pressure. Throws underneath. Picked off by Smith. That's Chris Smith again. His 2nd interception of the day. And Cody Keith's 3rd interception overall. 3rd turnover of the day for East Carolina. Nebraska City trumps them though with 4. 3 interceptions and a fumble. Although they still lead by 21 because this defense is playing lights out. 4:07 to go, ball on their own 22 here for Nebraska City. They'll give to Irby, who tries to find the edge. And that's not really going to work. It's only a gain of 2. 12 carries, 40 yards. Rocco Scarfone making his 7th stop of the day right there. And they'll set up a 2nd and 8 here. Coming up on 3:40 to go, 3rd quarter. It's a 28-7 Nebraska City lead. Number 18th ranked Wildcats made a lot of mistakes in this game, but they're still comfortably in control. And Jeremy Randall with the catch out of the backfield again. He's got 2 catches for 14 yards. Galore 18 of 23, 193 yards, 2 scores, 3 picks. He's added about 70 yards and a touchdown and a fumble on the ground as well. 2 of 4 on 3rd downs today for this Wildcat offense. They need 1 to pick up the 1st down right here and move the chains. Irby will have it up the middle on a big gain. Arthur Irby with 17 yards right up the middle. 3 catches, 57 yards for Arthur Irby. It'll be 1st down from the 48. With 3 minutes to go here in this 3rd quarter, Nebraska City still firmly in control. They'll throw on the slant, and Joe Grant, nice play there on defense. He can't believe he didn't make the pick. And Galore getting a little bit lucky. That could have easily been interception number 4. Instead, it's harmlessly falling to the turf, incomplete, and we got a 2nd and 10 coming up. Galore rolling to his right, man, what? Or nowhere to run. Wait, a lot of room to run. Galore will get 12 yards and a 1st down on the scramble. 7 carries, 86 yards, a score, and a fumble on the ground so far today for Randall Galore. And it's a 1st down from the 40 of East Carolina here for Nebraska City. 2:40 to go, 3rd quarter. Just going to give it right up the middle to Irby. And Arthur Irby fighting hard. He'll pick up 4. 14 carries, 61 yards for Arthur Irby. It's 2nd and 6 from the 36 of East Carolina. Coming up to 2:15 now to go, 3rd quarter. Nebraska City leads 28-7. The number 18th ranked Wildcats have made a lot of mistakes, including 3 picks, a fumble, and a missed field goal. But they're still up by 21. Because this defense has played pretty well, with the exception of 1 drive late in the 1st half. Irby will go up the middle for 9 more. That'll set up a 1st down. 15 carries, 70 yards for Irby. It's a 1st down at the 27 of East Carolina here for the Wildcats. Corey Whitehead with his 7th tackle on that play right there. Coming up on 1:40 now to go, 3rd quarter. And the man underneath, it's Micah Smith. And Micah Smith with a gain of 18 down to the 10. It'll be 1st and goal coming up. 5 catches, 72 yards for Smith. Galore 19 of 25, 211 yards, 2 scores, 3 interceptions. fifth red zone trip. They got 2 touchdowns, a missed field goal, and an interception out of their first 4. Coming up on 1:20 to go now, third quarter. The Wildcats looking to make it a 28-point game here on this drive. Those underneath, caught by Smith again. Good for a gain of 5 on first down. 6 catches, 77 yards for Micah Smith. Galore 20 of 26, 216 yards, 2 scores, 3 picks. Grant with his 7th stop on that last play. Current drive has gone 72 yards in 10 plays and over 3 minutes of game time. 45 seconds just about to go here, third quarter. Those underneath, caught by Cole for a gain of 3. 2 catches, 19 yards, and a score for Kendrick Cole. It'll set up 3rd and goal from the 2. And this could very well be the final play of the third quarter. 21 of 27, 219 yards, 2 scores, 3 picks. 3rd and goal from about the 2 here for Nebraska City. My guess is they'll probably make sure this is about the final play of the third quarter. The Pirates come out in goal line defense. Off the hands of Randall, incomplete. That should have been a touchdown, but Randall dropped it. And that'll end this third quarter. Nebraska City firmly in control. They lead East Carolina 28-7 after 3. So they've already got a missed field goal so far today. Might as well just go for it to make it a 4-score game. Not much different between a 21 and a 28 or in a 24-point game, honestly. And if you miss one field goal, you could miss another one. This time, Randall will make the grab in the end zone. 20 of 29, 221 yards, 3 scores, 3 interceptions for Randall Galore. So he bounced back from his poor first half. He actually did. 2 of his touchdowns actually came in the final 3 minutes of the second quarter. But Nebraska City is all in control now. They've got a 28-point lead. It's a 4-score game with 7:58 to go. And honestly, it could be about 4 more scores worse. You take a look at getting defensive, and Nebraska City's defense has played a heck of a game. Alright, so 7:58 to go. Ball they're on 25 for East Carolina. Keith wants to throw on the screen. Are you kidding me? You can't do that on the Nebraska City defense. Or maybe you can, as it's a gain of about 11 and a first down. Lane with 6 catches for 41 yards. Keith 15 of 31, 154 yards, 3 picks. First, he's technically got a touchdown too. It's just for the wrong team, as one of his picks was returned for a touchdown on a pick 6. And Hornbuckle with about his 3rd dropped pick of this game. It's 2nd and 10 for East Carolina from their own 36. 7:38 to go. This one's pretty much turned into a blowout here in the second half. Oh, it could be much, much worse, but Nebraska City has made a ton of mental mistakes, including their 4 turnovers and a missed field goal. Keith back to pass on 3rd down. Throws off his back foot, and that's a stupid mistake. But there's literally no one in the area, so he got away with it. 4th and 10, East Carolina's going to punt. They're not even going to try to make this a game. They are just pretty much conceding defeat right now to the number 18th ranked Wildcats, who still have not lost a home game since the very first game of this series. And that was a blowout loss to Alabama. But since then, they have won every single home game. You take a look at the offense at a glance. Over 200 yards more offense for this Nebraska City Wildcats team compared to East Carolina. And the score is finally starting to resemble that they've just had a much better game offensively. And defensively, too. Maxwell in motion on first down for the Wildcats. They'll give Irby on the counter. Arthur Irby with a big hole and 17 more yards. 16 rushes, 87 yards for Irby. Montez Overton there making the play. I don't know if it's Montez or Montees, but I know it's Overton. First down from the 49 of East Carolina here for Nebraska City. And my guess is they're probably going to start to run the clock out here now. Just work on getting this game over as soon as possible. The outcome's not really in doubt. It's a 28-point Wildcat lead. They'll throw to Irby on the screen. Irby's got a block, and Arthur Irby's inside the 30. 244 passing yards. Irby with 3 catches for 31 yards. That one went for a big gain on the screen. 23 of 30, 244 yards, 3 scores, 3 picks for Randall Glopter. He's contributed also almost another 100 yards rushing. First down from the 26 of the Pirates here for Nebraska City. Looking like East Carolina loading up to stop the run. Coming up on about 6.5 to go in this game. We'll be down to about 6:20 to go by the snap of this ball. And Glopter on the read option with some running room, good for a gain of 7. 8 carries, 93 yards, and a score for Glopter. He also has a fumble. It's 2nd and 3 from the 19. 6 red zone trip, 3 touchdowns, a missed field goal, and a pick out of their first 5 for the Wildcats. 6 minutes to go in this game. And again, just milking the play clock. Don't really need to be trying to score as many points as you can. Just work on burning out this game clock so this game ends sooner, because this is turned into a blowout in the second half. Nearly got rid of that one in time. Irby on the screen. He's going to go into the end zone. 19 yards on the halfback screen for Arthur Irby. He was in pretty much untouched. And one heck of a game so far for Randall Glopter. The fumbles and 3 interceptions aside. He's got 4 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. And so those 5 touchdowns are lost out as 4 penalties. He's also got about 260 yards passing. Only thrown about 7 incompletions. And that's a 35-point game pending the extra point, which is right down the middle. Studio update for you guys. And Nebraska, well, the Cornhuskers trail Purdue 23-24. About 13 minutes to go there in Lincoln. That would be a big upset if the Boilermakers can hang on. There will be no upset in our game, as Nebraska City is now up by 35. They have thoroughly dominated this second half. And they're going to make up for their first half miscues with dominations on pretty much both this third and fourth quarter on both sides of the ball. Take a look at getting defensive. First down from their own 25 for East Carolina. We'll see if they can make this final score look a little bit more respectable, as we have entered garbage time. Keith throw on the screen, and no chance. Lane blown up in the backfield. You can't expect to run the screen multiple times on this defense and continue to get big yardage every time. Maybe twice at most. And they've certainly done it more than 2 times. Keith back to pass. Caught by Lane out of the backfield, but he's out of bounds after a gain of nothing. Lane with 8 catches, 37 yards. Keith, 17 of 36, 150 yards, and 3 interceptions. 1 of 9 on third downs today for East Carolina. They need 13 here. Picked off by Williams. That's the 4th turnover of the day for East Carolina. That'll match the 4 turnovers for Nebraska